Hello, my name is Sean, and thank you for coming to my channel. This week I'm doing something different. A lot of unforeseen circumstances, and I did not get a video done. Uh, Car broke down, having to deal with that. The other problem is that the video that I was going to do for today has so many. I thought it was going to be a simple one, but as I kept researching and researching, it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I will have it on Monday. Today, though, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Um, I'm here to do true crime, and I want to remember the victims. And today, I want to remember the past. I've been doing YouTube for about 2 years now, and I feel, although I might be wrong, I feel that each video I keep getting better and better. Now, granted, my computer sucks, so I don't get, it edited as good as I want it to be, but one of these days I'll get a new computer and do even better. This video is the first one I ever did, and it is on Anna Wilson, who is a notorious brothel owner in Omaha, Nebraska in the 1800s. And it's her story. So let's watch, and I might commentate throughout the whole thing. I hope not, but let's see.
In the 1980s, Dolly Parton had the best little whorehouse in Texas. But in the 1880s, Anna Wilson had the best little whorehouse in Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you for joining me on my True Crimes, Mystery, and Myth series. This is my first episode, so please bear with me.
Let me pause it right here. So I'm sitting in my recliner, and I'm so sorry about the audio. I'm actually using a pretty decent mic there, but for some odd reason it's very echoey, and maybe, I don't know. And that's my cat, Hazel Grace. She used to sit on the back of my chair like that. So, sorry, I'll go on.
With me. I welcome any questions, comments. Just leave them in the comments sections. I'm going to try to keep this as friendly as possible, so please keep your negative comments out of my videos. Please subscribe and enjoy, and I may even take a few requests.
Okay, that music that I used right there, that was from a punk band when I was in school, and they were from my town, so they're called Big Fella, and I just used that little clip for that. So I never gave them the credit, but they don't have any copyrights anyway that I know of, so hopefully.
Anna Wilson was born May 27th, 1835.
Thought as a
There's
newscaster.
only rumors about her early life. Some say that she was born to wealthy Southern family, but what is known about her is after she moved to Omaha in the 1870s. She moved in with common law husband Dan Allen, who was a well-known gambler at the time. She started a brothel on Douglas Street of the quickly growing town of Omaha. She was the queen of the underworld and Omaha's first madame. It's said that Wilson acted like a parent to her ladies. She would pay their wedding expenses if they got married while they were working for her. A famous Lincoln prostitute, Josie Washburn, also worked for her in the beginning. The red light district of Omaha was located in what was called the Burnt District. It was east of Creighton University, from Douglas Street north to Cass Street and 16th Street east to the Missouri River. It was centered around the current location of Pioneer Courage Park. The burnt district had more than 100
Sure.
establishments, employing more than 1,600 sex workers. This scale of prostitution was justified by the Christian community as a necessary evil. They saw this as a way to protect the good women from sexual assault, like sewers that drain moral impurity from the world. This region was also known as Hell's Half Acre. When Dan Allen died in 1884, Wilson made sure that her partner would have a grand burial site, and she planned to be buried there too. It was on the top of Prospect Hill Cemetery overlooking the river. She visited his grave daily. After his death, she started investing in real estate and made a fortune in some of these purchases. Wilson continued to run her brothel as well, and in 1886, she had a 25-room mansion built at 900 block of Douglas Street.
Beautiful.
She ran her brothel for more than 25 years. She closed it in the late 1890s. She attempted to give it to the city of Omaha to use as a hospital, but they refused. But the city was okay with paying monthly rent to use the building, and they paid $125 a month to rent the building. So it became the city emergency room at least until the 1940s when it was demolished. In 1906, Wilson moved to her final home. It was on a paved street with gas lamps and a streetcar nearby. She made friends with her neighbors and even gave time at the old folks' home there. Wilson died in 1911 and donated her brothel to the city to continue to use as a hospital. She donated more than $1 million to local charities and organizations. She left her home to the Old People's Home Association. They never actually used it, but sold it and built a new facility in the Florence neighborhood of Omaha. At the time of her death, it is said that she was worth somewhere between $1 million and $10 million. Wilson was buried next to her longtime lover, Dan Allen. She had it specified in her will that she would be buried under 9 feet of concrete. She did this because the respectable society women could not dig her up and move her to a different cemetery. At this time, the Prospect Hill Cemetery was the royalty cemetery of Omaha. The dimensions of her grave is that of a king-size bed with 4 goalposts resting above the duo. On each Memorial Day, there was a wreath left on their graves. Miss Thomas Kimball left it there for Wilson's generosity toward the city of Omaha and toward the Home for Children. After her death, her son Thomas Kimball continued this tradition. He was a prominent architect for the city of Omaha, whose buildings included the Burlington Station, St. Cecilia's Cathedral, and the Old Public Library. After his death, the wreaths continued over the years, but no one knows who did that. In 2013, a restaurant was opened by the name of Wilson and Washburn at 1407 Harney Street. The place is named after Anna Wilson and Josie Washburn, her former employee. I know that this was a short and quick, but there's very little on her, and I just found her as an interesting person for the city of Omaha. I am hoping to do more of these at least once a week. I really hope that you can check it out whenever I do. It's something that's kind of interesting. I've always enjoyed telling stories, and I guess this is kind of like telling stories. So please subscribe. Please like the video. Comment if you'd like. You can also check out some of my other previous videos that I've had and look forward to my future ones. So thank you for your time, And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask him. So until later, I'm Sean, and this is Hazel Grace, who sat there nicely the whole time. Yes, that's her spot. So, okay, thank you very much, and have a good day.
That was before I had an or outgoing outro. That's what I was looking for. Um, I have to laugh because you could hear this clicking throughout the whole thing. And back then, I used to use my cell phone to videotape me, and I'd have it out there like this, watching me, and I had a little remote control to have it pause. So I wrote my script out, and every line I would say it and pause, and then look at it, the next one, say it, pause, and just kept doing that back and forth. It's I'm quite humorous watching it now. The reason now that I have an outro though too, and I always wanted to say that, is because I get so sick and tired of some of the people that I watch, and while they're still talking, all of a sudden their little windows pop up, going, "Hey, watch this video and watch this video, and hey, you like this stuff, like this," and it's like covering their face, and they're still talking about, "Hey, look at this." Well, you can't because there's a screen above it. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of ridiculous. So I wanted to do it a little differently. And that's the reason I have the outro. And I know of other YouTubers that do outros too. Um, yeah, I must have thought I was a newscaster. You know, it's like, big story, poink, popping up a picture up there. Look at this. You know, and I thought that was cool because I wanted to be on camera more. My son told me to be on camera less. Uh, I don't know if I should take that personally or not, but uh, as I was trying to explain to him, there's some of these stories that I'm doing that there's only one picture. You know, here's a picture of the missing person, and that's the only picture you can find of her or him. And it's a little hard to go, okay, here's the picture, and I'm just going to show it the whole time and talk about the crime. So you have to look at my ugly mug once in a while. But I think I've come a long way, especially now that I'm using an actual camera and an actual setup, not sitting in my recliner. Of course, that was so comfy, but it was really hard to do because I had to have everything angled just right. Um, and if you guys liked me doing a review of my old video, please feel free to tell me. I might do reviews of a couple other ones. I'm actually thinking about going back and redoing some of these other ones now that I know what I'm doing, because I know what I'm doing now, or for the most part. Um, but especially the ones that I've done videos here about things that happen here in Omaha, I could easily go to that location and film there and do live things from that location. Uh, and if you saw those pictures, those were all my pictures of the grave and everything. I actually went there, and it's a beautiful cemetery. And if you live in town or nearby, I suggest you go check out Prospect Cemetery. It is a beautiful cemetery. Um, so I'm going to let you go. I'm rambling now, so I don't have a script, so I'm going off of what is on my head. I don't need my headphone anymore. So, that being said, my name's Sean. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Click, click. No.